Your chord progression in here: A minor, C, D, F, A minor, C, E, and then it goes back through A minor, C, D, F, A minor, E, A minor, E. So we've already talked about all of those chords, and it is in 3 beats per measure. So you could, the simplest way to play it would just be to hit 1 at the beginning of every measure. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm just playing an A minor chord. C major, 2, 3, D major, 2, 3, F major, 2, 3. However, I think you're ready for something more complicated. So what I'm going to do is have you on each beat, you're going to play each note of the chord. So we've got A, C, E, bottom, middle, top. So it'll slow down the song a little bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then switch to C. 1, bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, switch. D, bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top. F, bottom, middle, top, bottom, middle, top. A, 2, 3. Once you don't have to think bottom, middle, top anymore, your hands are just doing it, then start thinking 1, 2, 3, because you have to have 3 of those in every measure. And the end result will sound something like this, once you get the right hand in there, which you don't have to be in a hurry to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record one like this that you can practice along with. And then don't try to play the right hand and the left together, but you could learn the right and play that with the recording, and you could learn the left and play that with the recording. So let's try this out. 1, 2. This one would actually be a really good one to practice a lot of different kinds of chord patterns. You could, instead of doing bottom, middle, top, you could just keep a beat like this. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going long, short, long, short, long, short. And I'm just playing all the notes of the chord. And that would end up... Then, if you decide you want a challenge later on, you could take your chord inversions, which is where you have the root of the chord not on the bottom. We've been using the root in the middle, and then I think you're starting to use root on the top. It actually sounds a lot different if you mix these in here, and we may write on your page exactly which ones we want to do. But I will do that. I'm going to play the inversions on the left, and instead of jumping around, sometimes I'll put the root in the middle and sometimes on the top, whatever makes it so I don't have to move my hand very much. So it's back to when we were doing the down chord and the up chord. That's kind of the same thing we were doing, you just didn't know it yet. So, and here's an example of that. You can also play along with this, with the root, and it will sound fine, but I'm going to play sometimes root in the middle and sometimes root on the top. 1, 2. And you'll notice when I was doing that, if you listen carefully to the left hand, we've got A, C, and listen to that low note. It makes this nice line going down at the bottom as opposed to, which is okay, but it kind of jumps around, and this makes a nice flow. Which is why we like to use all those inversions. So whenever you're ready, you can start using those. We don't have to start until you're ready. You can just keep playing in root position. So I hope that you have fun with this, and I will see you at your next lesson. If you have questions, just shoot me an email.